Welcome to Just Minding My Business Radio, where we are moving at the speed of God, learning what we didn't know we didn't know. I'm your host, Ida Crawford.
And I'm your co-host, Ruth Haskins.
So grab a pen and paper and get ready for information that you can use.
Welcome to Just Minding My Business Media, LLC. Are you striving to meet the daily challenge to 10x your business? Become known for your products or services on JMMB Radio Podcast, heard in over 200 countries, or if you're ready to take the leap, move to Mindset Movers TV as a host or series producer, broadcasting to the combined audience of Roku and Fire TV. Every day in business has its challenges. Find a partner with Just Minding My Business Media, LLC. Contact us at jmmbradio@gmail.com. One small positive thought can change your entire day. Zig Ziglar. Today we welcome Kelsey Brooks, who is a business and sassy marketing strategist for female entrepreneurs and online service providers. With over 10 years experience in sales and marketing, both in retail and online, she is a sought-after trailblazer. She started business coaching in 2019 after growing to the top 20% within a direct sales company and was helping her team build and market their businesses on Instagram. Her work is focused on burning the traditional rules of marketing to truly position yourself as the go-to expert on social media your way by leveraging sassy or polarizing content to attract clients and build a standout personal brand. Welcome, Kelsey.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, welcome, my dear. Wow. You look too young to have done all that. Wow, my dear. So, beginnings. How did you get on this road? You must have started when you was 2.
I always joke that entrepreneurship is just like in my veins. In fact, at my very first official adult job when I was 18, interviewing at Bath and Body Works, I was asked where I saw myself in 10 years. And I remember so vividly at that moment telling the manager that I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to have my own business. And so I've just been dedicated to, this path and just, the time freedom and working for myself from such a young age. And so it's just something that's always stuck with me. And I started out on Etsy doing handmade jewelry, starting with some rings because that's one of my favorite accessories. And that's really where I was able to let my creativity and passion shine. That's where I fell into, social media, marketing on these platforms, on Instagram specifically, fell into the coaching and personal development world, fell in love with that. And from a little bit of my story, I was using essential oils to help me with some personal, struggles that I was dealing with, stress and sleep issues. And, I started out just wanting to use the products to solve a simple solution, fell in love, was really, built myself up because I've used Instagram and Facebook live video for a couple years prior, building, my Etsy business. And as I was kind of building my team, I was like, oh, how do I market myself? How do I find this? And so that is where like the marketing and business aspect really came through. And for the last couple of years, it's just been something that I love doing. And I'm just so passionate about it and just really being an ally there for women entrepreneurs to help them build their business so that they too can, live out whatever dreams that they want.
Wow.
Right.
So one of the things, social media is so noisy.
Yes, it can be.
So noisy. So how do you get your place? How do a new business owner coming out the gate, they know they need social media, but they can't seem to break through the noise.
Yes, this is a good question, especially for like if you are like a product-based business. So if you are selling on Etsy, indirect sales, or even doing like a service such as coaching or like VA, social media management. What I really help my clients with is discovering their it factor, like what sets them apart, so that we can amplify that. And it's kind of, we can work through that in like your content marketing, your content pillars, but also figuring out, maybe Facebook is a platform for you. Maybe you don't like Instagram, or you love making dances, so TikTok's going to be your platform. And so being able to find what platform is going to work best for you and your personality, that's what I love helping my clients with. And then we just kind of focus on highlighting that aspect of it. So one thing for me is I'm really known for my sassiness. I will say things that go against the status quo. Just a couple weeks ago, I was posting a lot of like eggplant emojis to kind of harness, the big D energy, so that women can really kind of gain that confidence for like an upcoming program I have. And people loved that. They were sharing all that. And so it's just finding those small little factors in your own personality or in your business and brand, and really highlighting them and sharing them consistently, so that your audience can really see you and that you begin to kind of stand out in the sea of social media. So it gets a little less noisy. And the more consistent you are with positioning yourself this way, that is when you kind of have those people who keep coming back, who word of mouth share your posts all the time. They become like your hot fans and everything, your raving fans.
Wow, that's interesting. And one of the key words that I heard you say was consistency.
Yes, consistency is key.
Yes, it is.
Just sticking with it.
No matter what you're doing, what platform, you got to keep doing it.
Exactly. Yeah, it can be hard, especially, that's why I'm here for women entrepreneurs, because I'm here to be somebody to lean on. I offer coaching and everything, but, just to have somebody who's kind of been there in those maybe darker moments, or, oh my gosh, I feel like nobody's seeing my stuff. I feel like I'm just speaking out into an empty crowd, but it's in those moments that those are kind of the make or break moments that, if you just give up now, you won't have the opportunity to see where this could go, the potential in it.
That's so huge, because that's where so many would-be fantastic entrepreneurs, people who have fabulous ideas and a desire, they just feel that they get lost in the sauce, so to speak. And if you don't have somebody else there to push you along or encourage you, you will give up, And I know in the past, I've had multiple little businesses along the way. And some of them I gave up because I thought that, oh, well, I'm just a little teeny tiny fish in this great, great big pond, and I'm going nowhere. And yet if I had had someone there, it would have made a difference. So that's a huge factor for many women, and especially women, because a lot of them are not just women, they're also mothers.
Yes.
Oh, they may be single mothers, and they need that extra something to help
that
them
extra
hold on.
support, extra love, caring, I'm here for you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's curious. Now, that's curious. The only a woman would mention in a business situation the quality of love.
That's good.
You just said that, and it's like, wow, you would never see a group of men
No, you would
get
not.
together and talk about that. Word would not come out of their mouths. And yet it's the thing that helps women to connect, because we are more inclined to draw on that quality to be able to connect with someone else. We have our empathy for one another because we're women. We know how tough it is to make it in this world. It's tough for men too. I'm not saying it's not, but it's a different type of tough. Men can get down and dirty, and people, when they get up there, people will forget all about who they were and what they did because they look good. They've got an Armani suit now, and they have a Ferrari, so it's all covered up.
Yep.
But with women, we tend to feel, it may not be true, but we feel that we carry whatever mistakes we have
Mm-hmm.
in the past with us. And we need that love to encourage us that no matter, it doesn't make any difference, the mistakes you've made in your past, or the fact that you've had failed businesses, or
Mm-hmm.
you didn't get your degree from a well-known college or college at all. It's about what you are doing now that counts. And that's where we bring our love to. And
Yes.
that's what makes such a difference. That's when you said the word love, I was like, whoa, stop the music. I have never heard that term used in
That was
a
not
room
even
full of men.
intentional. It just came
That's
out. But yeah,
because
it
that's
is.
who you are.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like,
But
wow.
yeah, that makes so much sense now that I mean, it really is. And a lot of those cause all those mindset blocks that sometimes as women, especially with like the confidence and self-esteem, because, if you're marketing your business or personal brand on social media, you do kind of have to put yourself out there, and we worry about the trolls or, worry about the follower count, those vanity metrics. But when you have that support, that loving support around you, it truly makes a world of difference. And that's
Yes,
what
it
I'm here to
does.
be.
Yes, it does. So how do people get involved with you? How do they get your coaching?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I primarily market on Instagram. Is it okay if I share my handle and everything?
Sure, we want you to.
So I am on Instagram at my coach Kels. So Kels is Kels, my coach Kels. And I have a variety of different levels from, smaller courses that you can do. I have like a really low ticket Reels course if you're just really wanting to kind of get started on Instagram and using video marketing, towards some of my self-course programs that kind of take you through. It's about like a 30-day experience, 4 weeks or so, that are, a couple $100s. And then my private coaching, this is where you really get more custom support with me, where I can help you take a bird's eye view at your business, where you're marketing at, your content, helping you see, because sometimes as entrepreneurs, and we're so much in the rut of it, we don't necessarily see all the things outside. And so I'm there to kind of help you take the blinders off, see maybe where like a content plan or a strategy plan, where there might be some gaps, where we could tweak it, do a little bit better, change some content up, get more clarity in your messaging, so that you begin to call in more clients, get more sales using social media. And so that one, I do have an application process just because it is really high touch. I want to make sure that the people and the women that I work with are very invested in themselves at that level. But yeah, definitely feel free to check out my Instagram. I have a link to my homepage as well. That's kelseybrookscoaching.com/home. You can kind of take a look at some testimonials there. I have my applications and programs kind of library there as well. And then some freebies too.
Okay. Yes, because I think social media, I mean, I'm on social media all the time. I have to be because of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I think I don't have a lot of time. Let's put it that way. I don't have a lot of time for it's raining outside, or I had blueberries for breakfast. I don't have really time for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people, I put out my messaging and then I'm out.
Yep. No, I totally get that. That's definitely where I try not to spend a lot of time on social either. I was actually just doing a training for my audience before this, and I was sharing with them, put out your piece of content, make your post on Facebook, make your post on Instagram, and then go live your life. Because that's where some of that magic's going to come from, is from you being and living your life instead of stressing about, oh, how many likes am I getting on this? Who's following me? Has anybody DM me about this offer that I put out or this sale I'm having? So I literally shared that, like, post your content, make your posts, and then go out and live your life and have fun. And then come back maybe in the evenings with like a glass of wine, or, first thing in the morning while you're drinking your coffee, and then kind of check up on it. So yeah, I'm not one of those people. I watch my niece a couple of days a week as well. And so if I'm on my phone, she wants to see what I'm doing with me. So I try to be very present. So yeah. I 100% get that.
Because it can take up a lot of time.
Yes, it can.
A lot. Because I know I've been out. This year has been, traveling groups, and putting my content there. And I'm just telling you, just from that, it was work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was work. I mean, it was like I was spending hours almost every day on, going to different groups, putting my information in there and going to the next one. I was spending hours, but I was focused because I needed to do that. And now kind of weaned off a little bit and just waiting for the fruits.
Yeah. Yeah, putting that work out there, doing the work, and then going to living life. That's my motto. That's how I do it. I mean, there are definitely times maybe when you guys are preparing for a new season, if you do seasons here, but where sometimes you need to put a little bit of that extra work in so that you can reap those rewards, those fruits of your labor and everything.
Yes, for sure.
But not hustling your face off 24/7. I'm not about that life.
No, neither am I. Neither am I. It's like, I mean, I have to hustle enough, because as a solopreneur, so to speak, we got so many hats to wear. It's unreal.
Yeah.
I be like, how did you do that? I had to pinch myself.
Sometimes it's hard to keep up with yourself. You do so much.
Yes, absolutely.
It is just crazy. And I'm to the point now, when my downtime comes, I can't wait. I can't wait because from Sunday, I'll say Sunday through Thursday is intense for me. So when and Sundays sometimes is not, I do a little something, but most of the time on Sundays I kind of camp out on the couch.
Yeah, some days are my relaxed day too, and then typically I do enjoy working on Saturdays. My husband's usually out working on his side projects and everything, so I will sometimes work. I call Saturdays my creativity days. So if I am working, it's something that is fun. So maybe I'll play in Canva and make some new graphics for the week, or a new post. So Saturday, if I do work, I call it my fun work day, because it's really where I just get to let my creativity shine.
Yeah,
that's a great idea. I hope our audience picks up on that.
Yeah, that's my little tip there.
Yeah, that's a really great idea. I believe in the power of play, so I caught that one. Yeah, that's a really great idea to have a fun day.
Yeah,
when you're still working, but it's
still getting the things
on the
done.
creative side.
Yeah,
having fun with what you do, coming up with new ideas.
Yeah.
Excellent. I like that a lot.
Yes, I like that too, because we should have our creativity days.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's our business. We can do what we want with it. It doesn't have to be all like the hustle and working all the time. So yeah, definitely have some fun, have some creativity. Set aside, my day Saturday. Maybe you have a work week evening that you do, find that time to really kind of crave out that fun time, because then you're not going to necessarily feel like resistance to your business, or working and showing up all the time, when you have that fun time to those fun work days.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, that is so important, and that brings you balance.
Yeah, and that's something we really need to take care of. Trying to be an entrepreneur, sometimes we forget it's not just the business. We do have the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Like you said, you do your Facebook, all your social media for an hour, if that's what it takes, and then you go live your life. But sometimes, especially at the very beginning, we begin to think that it's all about the business.
Yeah.
And we're just like so focused on getting everything done. And a lot of times what I found is I get nothing done. If I do that for too long, I get nothing done.
Yeah, then you start to become unproductive.
Yeah.
That's when sometimes the research in Facebook groups, looking for podcasts or guests and everything, that's when it just kind of turns into the endless scroll somehow.
Right, exactly. I remember those days.
Yeah.
I truly did, because we was hunting people, to come on the show. And, because of the consistency, and, we've grown this platform to a place where we don't have to look anymore. And I'm just thank you, Jesus, for that.
Yeah.
That was stressful. Because you have to put a show out every week if you want to be on these platforms, because they have their rules and their regulations in terms of, we want this amount of content every week. So with that being said, that becomes a little pressure when you don't have every week.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that was rough. You know what? I'm going to ask you something, and maybe you can put this into a very simple format for our listening audience.
Okay.
In your bio, you talk about being a trailblazer. First of all, what does that mean for you and what you do? And then what about the courage that it took to become a trailblazer?
So trailblazing to me, it kind of goes along the lines of consistency in that, I'm continuously having this fire in my, around me to keep myself going, to help me, hit these dreams that I had, back when I was 18, and I said to my boss or the manager I was, hiring me, that I wanted to be my own boss. And so continuously doing these actions, taking these steps to make those happen. And so now, pretty much 10 years later, looking ahead to the future, expanding my own brand, maybe seeing how I can get more speaking engagements to maybe be on stage one day, and just continuously pushing the envelope myself, pushing my own comfort zone and boundaries so that I can achieve those. And so that definitely goes hand in hand with courageousness and the confidence. And, how did I deal with all these fears that came up? Because when I first started, I remember it took me months to get started just making my own Etsy platform, just getting on Etsy, because I was like, well, I don't know, I want to make sure it's all perfect. And, this is a really hectic month, so maybe I'll just wait. But it just comes down to how badly do you want to have this happen, and, how much longer are you going to wait for it? And this is really where having that support, I do have my own coaches and mentors, and, even online business besties who I have that, you can turn to for these ideas, who maybe are outside of like your family and personal friends, people who are in that space, who understand the mindset and the struggles, kind of like what we were mentioning before, that they're there to help, that you can lean on and help pick you up on those days that where you struggle, or, if something doesn't go right, you can just kind of vent to them and just have somebody listen to you. And, maybe have somebody give you a little bit of tough love once in a while, and have you tell you, come on, you can do it. Just, keep at it. You're not going to quit. Just keep up, but look how far you've come, and just kind of reminding yourself of that. And again, just coming back, that's why I specifically love working with female entrepreneurs, women in business, so that I can help people who were in my shoes when I first started, who were afraid to get started, and, looking at those fears, looking at how big the mountain was, and just helping them take baby steps one at a time so that it gets easier. And the more that you take that consistent action and challenging your own self and your own beliefs, that's where, at least for me in my experience and working with my clients, that's where I was really able to increase my own self-esteem, my confidence, be a little bit more courageous in taking those actions.
You said another little gem, and I just want to make sure that people heard this. You said sometimes it's so hard to get started, but the words you used were, how long are you going to wait? And I think that's something that so many people have trouble with.
Yeah.
That's where they get stuck. It's like tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. So the issue really is, how long are you going to wait to start fulfilling your dreams in spite of your fears, in spite of whatever else is going on around you? How long do you plan on waiting?
Yeah.
So I hope that that's struck a chord with people, because I certainly heard it. Another little gem from Kelsey Brooks.
Yes, for sure. Because wait, next thing you know, day went by, month went by, year went by, and then you're at shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is not a good place to be.
No, it is not.
And what resonated with me, what's his name? I can't even call his name. I see his face. What's his name? Oh Lord. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't say it, but anyway, he said something to the effect of when you leave this earth, God is going to be looking at you because he gave all of us gifts. And he's going to want to know why you didn't use them. And that just put me in a whole nother, that was like an aha moment for me. Leaving this earth and not using the gifts that God gave me, that ain't right.
Yeah, that makes you think.
Yeah.
That is not right. So ever since I heard that, it was like, oh, I cannot leave my gifts undone.
Yeah.
I must share them because that's what we were here for. That's what we're here for.
And I totally believe that each one of us is given something, and it's our mission in life. And we sometimes don't listen to it because we're busy listening to the rest of the world tell us what we should and shouldn't do. And so we tend to just ignore that inner voice that says, oh, this is what you should do. Yeah, go do this. Try, you know. It's I don't know. That may be Les Brown, but I know Les Brown.
It is Les Brown. I saw his face.
Okay.
I saw his face in my vivid, but I could not say the name. Les Brown.
Okay, Les Brown. He's also the one that gave me my little tidbit too, that little gem, that the richest place in the world is a cemetery, because that's all where all the dreams are buried. And I thought about that, and I was like, oh, that's not a good thing. Same kind of reaction I'd have had. It's like, no, it's not a good thing. It is the richest place in the world, because that's where all those fabulous dreams are buried. So I've really enjoyed talking to you, Kelsey. I think that you have so much to offer people. I hope they get in touch with you. And could you give us one more time how people can reach you?
Yes, thank you so much for having me on here. I love this. I love hanging out on Instagram. So you can find me on Instagram. My handle is at mycoachkels, KELS. You can, send me a DM there if you're having any troubles, if you want some of that support and everything, or if you just want fun laughs. I love my reels too. They make me laugh. So if you want some of that fun, entertaining support, I'm all that. My website is kelseybrookscoaching.com/home, and you can check more about me, check out some of the freebies I have, my upcoming programs, and how to work with me there as well.
All righty now. Thank you so much, my dear. You have been a breath of fresh air.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. And we're definitely going to have you back, because we definitely need the support all the time, every day. Somebody needs help.
I will be happy to return. Just
absolutely.
I will come.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for tuning in to Just Minding My Business Radio. I'm your host, Ida Crawford.
And I'm your co-host, Ruth Haskins.
We hope you enjoyed the show and appreciate you stopping by. Many blessings to you and yours.